All right, then, so as you can see, that is the warm-ups complete. So once again, a very good afternoon here in Liverpool and from the Liverpool Aquatic Centre for day number 2, session number 4 of the Lancashire County Championships 2022. This afternoon, we do have 3 events plus the set of finals at the end of the day. Those events are 251. Which is your men's open 200 metres backstroke. There are 7 heats in that event. Then we move on to event 252, which is your women's open 100 metres butterfly. After that, we've got event 253, the men's open 200 metres individual medley. And then events 254 to 260 will round off the day and the weekend with the finals of the 100 metres butterfly for the ladies. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to everyone joining us wherever you may be watching the live stream on YouTube. Instead, hopefully you've enjoyed your weekend so far and you continue to do so this afternoon. And as always, any good luck messages, make sure you get yourselves on Twitter, send them across with hashtag LanksChamps2022 and I'll make sure I read them out for you. Anyway, I think that's pretty much me done and dusted. The referee's looking at me now, so we'll start to get things underway. This is going to be event 251, the men's open 200 metres backstroke. As I said, 7 heats in this event. This is heat number 1. So here we go with the first action of the afternoon with heat 1 of the men's 200 metres backstroke. In lane number 2 from Bolton Metro we have Ethan Blythe. Lane number 3 from the Isle of Man is Caleb Crowe, and in lane number 4 from Wigan Best we have Daniel Barton. So as we did say a little earlier, welcome back to everyone watching us live on YouTube this afternoon. I think the guys are telling me who's running the stream. We've now got around about 997 subscribers to Swim Lancashire. So if you haven't already done so, get yourselves, as you say, if you are on YouTube, just click that subscribe button for us and push us over the 1,000 mark before the end of the weekend. And we have plenty of good luck messages coming through this morning, so if you can keep them up this afternoon, that'll be fantastic as well. But the halfway turn there, it's Wigan Best Daniel Barton turning first in 1 minute 23.98, followed by Caleb Crowe of the Isle of Man in 1:24.84. And then we've got Ethan there from Bolton Metro, youngest competitor in this event, going well as well. So Caleb and Daniel both turning on 2:08. Daniel just with a slight advantage, 2/10 of a second there, I think, as they made their way back down the pool. Very close between these two. Caleb seems to be putting the foot down over this last 25. So as I said, as Caleb does go under the flags and into the wall, he's going to touch in a time of 2:49.60, followed by Daniel in 2:53.04, and then coming in touching at 2:58.51 is Ethan. We move on to heat number 2. Okay, so in heat number 2, lane number 1 from Blackpool Aquatics, we have William Kershaw. In lane number 2 from Wigan Best is James Vaughan. Also from Wigan Best in lane number 3 is Oliver Pearson. Lane 4 from Southport is Harrison Dale. And in lane number 5 from Oldham Aquatics is Lee Scholes. So as they make their way up the pool for the first time, nice even line at the moment. On the first turn, it's Harrison Dale of Southport, who's out in front on a time of 38.64. If you're interested, the fastest entry time in the junior section for this was from Southport's Flynn Smith. His time was 2:09.97. And the senior time was entered by Wigan Best Matthew Tinkler in 2:09.93. Harrison still first there, turning on 1:21.12. Got himself a good 2-second lead over second place James Vaughan. And Lee Scholes turning third on 1:24.09. Team coaches and managers, if you haven't already done so, please send remainder of the swimmers for event 251, the 200 metres backstroke, through to marshalling, please. So as they make their way, heading back down for the last time, we've got Harrison Dale, who turned on 2:04.23, still out in front. Said still got himself over 2.5 second lead on second place James Vaughan of Wigan Best. I said as they come within the last 15 metres, it is still Harrison, but coming back strong in lane 2 is James Vaughan. As Harrison goes under the flag and in to touch the wall, he does in 2:46 dead. Second there is James Vaughan from Wigan Best in 2:48.14, and Lee Scholes touches the wall in third in 2 minutes 50.86. That's all our swimmers in. We move on to heat number 3. Once again, final reminder for team coaches and managers, please send all remaining swimmers for event 251, the men's open 200 metres backstroke, immediately to marshalling, please. Moving on with heat number 3, lane number 1 from Preston is Isaac Shaw. Lane number 2 from Southport is Dylan Foster. Lane number 3 from Blackpool Aquatics is Cody Bridge. Lane 4 from Flixton is Charlie Chadwick. Lane number 5 from Ormskirk is Joshua Paul. And in lane number 6 from Clitheroe is Owen Donnelly. And on the first turn, it's Charlie in lane 4, turning on 35.91. All the rest of the swimmers very close together. There's Charlie, still out in front at the moment of lanes 2 and 3. Your next two really there, Dylan and Cody. Got the first good luck message of the afternoon coming through from Samantha Lee. Excited to watch Katie Lee smash the fly on TV. So good luck to Katie Lee. Good luck to Daniel Barton and Gracie Smith and all of Wigan Best this afternoon from Poppy O'Donoghue. Thank you, Poppy. Hope you enjoyed yourself this morning. Like I said, at the minute, it's still Charlie out in front. Like I say, turning on 156.74. Dylan Foster of Southport turns second in 158.11. So as I said, Dylan giving chase here. And with Charlie, who's been out in front from the start. And as I said, as Charlie makes his way under the flags and into the wall. Touches in a time of 2:34.76 with Dylan touching 2:36.53. And Cody there in lane number 3 touching in 2:42.11. We move on to heat number 4. All right, so off we go with heat number 4. Lane number 1 is William Irvine from Crosby. Lane number 2 from Ramsbottom is Samuel Sutcliffe. Lane number 3 from Fleetwood is Ralph Halliburton Chaplin. Lane number 4 from Ramsbottom is Matthew Dowd. Lane number 5 from Prescott is Luke Brussels. And lane number 6 from Ramsbottom is Ethan McGuinness. Good luck to James Fothergill for your 200 IM today from Mum, Dad and Eleanor. Thank you, David, for that message. And also well done to Harrison Dale on winning your 100 metre, your 200 metre back short. Oh no, sorry, your 100 metre back short heat. Great swim. Good luck to all Southport swimmers this afternoon from Grandma. Thank you for that one, Carol. So at the halfway turn, it's Sam Sutcliffe of Ramsbottom turning first in 1:12.53, followed by Ralph in lane 3 on 1:13.08, and William Irvine third at the moment on 1:15.10. Well, at the minute, as they make their way out and up to the top end of the pool, from my perspective, it does look like Ralph may be turning first as he come back round for the last time. And it is, he's turning in 1:51.25. With Sam Sutcliffe right behind him, 1:52.12. So instead of come over the last 25, it is still Samuel Sutcliffe and Ralph Halliburton Chaplin fighting it out for this particular heat. Coming strong is William Irvine in lane 1 as well. But just as we get there on the touch, it's Samuel Sutcliffe in a time of 2 minutes 33.0. And Ralph touches second, 2:30.84. We move on to heat number 5. Okay, so in heat number 5, lane number 1 from the City of Manchester is Bobby Hume. In lane number 2 from Bolton Metro is Leo Callahan. Lane number 3 from Leyland Barracudas is Tom Artwright. Lane number 5 from Oldham Aquatics is Elliot Mitchell. And in lane number 6 from Wigan Best is Joshua Hayes. Quick announcement for team managers and coaches. If you can start to send the first 4 heats of event 252, the Women's Open 100 metres butterfly, through to marshalling, please. The first 4 heats of the 100 metres butterfly for the ladies, through to marshalling. Thank you. So at the halfway turn, Tom Artwright of Leyland Barracudas is out in front, turning on 1:07.96. Got himself around about 2.5 seconds. A little bit more. Over second place, who was Elliot Mitchell, who turned in 1:10.59. Joshua Hayes turning third in 1:11.67. But here's Tom still out in front. But over in lanes 5 and 6, Elliot and Joshua enjoying a battle between themselves there. Said Tom turns this time in 1:45.10 as he makes his way back down the pool for the last time. And said Elliot has got a second, he's in second place and has got a second over third place, who's Joshua Hayes. And lane number 1 is Bobby Hume from Manchester, also coming back. Well, as we said, Tom coming under the flags. And touches in a time of 2 minutes 22.54. Who's followed by Elliot Mitchell in 2:27.82. And Josh Hayes from Wigan Best touches there in 2:29.15. We move on to heat number 6. So off we go with heat number 6. Lane number 1 from Preston, we have Adam Tabernacle. In lane number 2 from Stretford, we have Benjamin Overland. Lane number 3 belongs to Ramsbottom's Finley Pope. Lane 4 from the Isle of Man is Jack Burgess. Lane number 5 from Oldham Aquatics is Francis Dyson. And in lane number 6 from the Burnley Bobcats is Henry Holding. So very close at the moment between lanes 2, 3 and 5. Benjamin, Finley and Francis. Benjamin turning first on 1 minute 6.52. Followed by Francis on 107.23. And Finley on 107.80. Turning first there, as they come back down, as we said, as always, for the final time in this event. We've got Benjamin Overland turning first in 1:42.42. Finley Pope turning second in 1:43.16. And Francis was 1:43.48. Still very close between these three. Looks like Finley is just taking a little bit of a lead here as they come under flags, but still very close between him and Benjamin. Instead, I'm going to see on the touch, and it is Finley Pope who takes the touch in 2:16.82. Benjamin touching second, 2:17.20, and Francis touching on 2:18.79. So we now move on to the last heat in this event. This is going to be heat number 7. So we said this is heat number 7, the last heat in this event. In lane number 1 from the city of Salford, we have Luke Adams. Lane number 2 from Southport is Joel Morley. Lane number 3 from Wigan Best is Matthew Tinkler. Lane number 4 from Southport is Flynn Smith. Lane 5 from Carnforth is Ewan Blackwell. And in lane number 6 from Wigan Best is Charlie Collins. Team coaches and managers, if you can make sure up to heat number 8 of the 100 metres butterfly is now heading to marshalling, please. So I said all swimmers up to heat number 8 for event 252, the women's 100 metre butterfly. Please send them to marshalling, thank you. So you imagine all nice one big line of swimmers as they come back down to the halfway point. Turning first was lane 1, Luke Adams in 1:05.63. Very closely followed by Joel Morley from Southport in 1:05.87. Matthew Tinkler in 1:06.30. But again, and as we said, as he head the way back up the pool, still anyone's to have this heat. And as they make their way back down, for the last time, Flynn Smith turned first there in 1:41.19. But there was 3 other swimmers with him as well, all on 141s. There's a few races this morning. It is going to be take your pick. Looks like Matthew O'Flynn are just edging out in front as they go under the flags. It's all going to be on the touch. Fantastic race to watch. But as they go in, it is Matthew Tinkler touching at 2:16.40, followed by Flynn at 2:16.72, and Luke Adams at 2:16.82. Okay, so we move on to event 252, which is your Women's Open 100 metres butterfly. There are 12 heats in this event. This is heat number 1. So in heat number 1, lane number 1, from Wigan Best we have Gracie Smith. Lane 2 from Preston is Horner Luckhurst. Lane number 3 from the City of Salford is Caitlin Postolacci-Suchu. Lane number 4 from the City of Salford is Sophie Whittles. And in lane number 5, also from the City of Salford, is Chiara Falone. So good luck to Leo. Good luck to Leo Fishy Boy Talbot and all the Bolton Metro swimming team today. I'm watching you from Naomi. Good luck to Evie Sampson and everyone else from Southport. And good luck Sophie Whittles from your big sister. So as they make their way back down the pool, the aforementioned Sophie is out in front. And Sophie touches the wall in 1:15.58, followed by Horner from Preston, 1:17.69, and Caitlin touching at 1:18.43. All the swimmers are there, so we move on to heat number 2. So in heat number 2, lane number 1 from Southport, we have Harriet Rawlings. Lane 2 from Stretford is Lily Duke. Lane number 3 from Preston is Ellie Hayworth. Lane number 4 from Southport is Faith Fellows. Lane number 5 from Fleetwood is Kristen Beswick. And lane number 6 from the City of Salford is Emily Jackson-Smith. So after the first 50, Ellie turns first at 33.31, followed by Faith at 34.70 and Harriet at 34.80. So as they're coming down the last 25, there's still Ellie out in front. And the 2 Southport swimmers, Faith and Harriet, giving chase. As we come into the last 5 metres, still looks like Ellie's going to hold on for this one. And she is, touching in 1:15.39. Second goes to Harriet Rawlings, 1:16.29. and Faith touches third in 1:16.47. We move on to heat number 3. All right, so heat number 3, lane number 1 from Burnley Bobcats. We have Eleanor Edwards. In lane 2 from Wigan Best, we have Isabel Lloyd. Lane 3 from Southport is Evie Sampson. Lane 4 from Liverpool Penguins is Lottie Badger. Lane number 5 from Preston is Zara Mann. And in lane 6 from Leyland Barracudas is Megan Doherty. So on the turn, it's Eleanor at 33.46. Second place is Lottie, 34.51. And Izzy Lloyd turns third in 34.87. As they're coming back down, looks like it's lane 1 and 2. Lane 1 is Eleanor, who's out in front, who turned first. Izzy Lloyd is battling hard in second. The rest of the lanes are catching up though. It's going to be a close finish once again. As we said, as they're coming to the flags though, we've got Eleanor or Izzy, or even lane 6, Megan, we'll see. The touch goes to Eleanor in 1:14.88. The second is Megan, 1:15.28, and Izzy touches the wall, Izzy Lloyd in 1:15.60. Move on to heat number 4. All right, some results to announce from event 251, the men's open 200 metres backstroke. In the 10 and 11 years age group, in first place from Bolton Metro in a time of 2:58.51 was Ethan Blythe. In the 12 years age group, in third place from Isle of Man was Caleb Crow. Second place from Wigan Best was James Vaughan. And in first place in a time of 2:46.00 from Southport was Harrison Dale. Your 13 years age group, in third place from Ramsbottom was Ethan McGuinness. Second place from Crosby was William Irvine. And in first place in a time of 2 minutes 30.30 from Ramsbottom was Samuel Sutcliffe. So in lane 1 of this, we've got Elizabeth Grayson. Lane 2 is Emily Wade. Lane 3 is Grace Taylor. Lane 4, Robin Jacobs. Lane 5 is Charlotte Collinson. And lane 6 is Jasmine Bullock-Teal. Out in front, looks like it's Charlotte Collinson from Preston, but coming back hard is Bolton's Grace Taylor. And it is Grace Taylor who takes it on the touch, 1:13.80, with Charlotte second in 1:13.83. And all the swimmers are in, so we move on to heat number 5. More results for you from event 251. In the 14 years age group, in third place from Flixton was Charlie Chadwick. Second place from Prescott was Luke Russells. But in first place in a time of 2:29.15 from Wigan Best was Joshua Hayes. In the 15 years age group, in second place from Oldham Aquatics was Elliot Mitchell. And in first place in a time of 2:16.82 from Ramsbottom was Finlay Pope. That also gets him second in the junior section and third in the seniors. Moving on to your 16 years age group, in third place was Henry Holding of Burnley Bobcats. Second place from Wigan Best was Charlie Collins, who also comes third overall in the juniors. And in first place from Southport time of 2 minutes 16.72 was Flynn Smith, who comes first in the juniors and second in the seniors. Well, as our swimmers make their way back down the pool, lane number 3 is Ruby Crossman, who is out in front. Ruby touches first in 1:11.84, followed by Heather Moore in 1:12.54, Lucy Linton in 1:13.35. We move on to heat number 6. The last set of results for event 251, the men's 200 metres backstroke. In the 17 years and over, in third place from Southport was Joel Morley. Second place from the city of Salford was Luke Adams, who also comes third in the seniors. And in first place in a time of 2 minutes 16.40 from Wigan Best is Matthew Tinkler, who also comes first in the seniors. Okay, so heat number 6. Lane 1, we have Elise Bruns from Crosby. Lane 2 is Lucy Vaughan from Wigan Best. Lane 3 from City of Manchester is Emma Holmes. Lane 4 from City of Salford is Cara Torhill. Lane 5 from the Isle of Man is Blair Richardson. And lane 6 from Britchfield is Grace Reid. It looks like the golden lane's out in front there. So that'll be Cara and also Emma. Here's Cara, who touches first in 1:11.24, followed by Emma in 1:13.61 and Lucy Vaughan in 1:14.32. We move on to heat number 7. In lane number 1 from Bolton Metro, we have Ruby Swinney. Lane 2 from the City of Salford is Amelie Bloxage. Lane 3 from City of Salford is Lily Lampearcy. Lane 4 from City of Salford is Lucy Alesti. Lane number 5 from Wigan Best is Caitlin Mailer. And in lane 6 from Stretford is Daisy Lewis. So on the turn, in first place is Ruby Swinney, touching 32.27, followed by Caitlin Mailer in 32.63, Lucy Alesti at 33.44. So Ruby and Caitlin look to be out in front, but the middle of the pool is coming back very strong indeed. And the City of Salford there, as we said, in 2, 3 and 4, all fighting hard. But on the touch there is lane number 3, Amelie Bloxage, in a time of 1:10.18, followed by Ruby Swinney, 1:10.59, and Lily Lampearcy, 1:10.93. We move on to heat number 8. So in heat number 8, lane number 1 from Crosby, we have Samantha Harrington. Lane 2 from Wigan Best, we have Chloe Shaw. Lane 3 from Preston, we have Elizabeth Waring. Lane 4 from Burnley Bobcats, we have Amelia Moss. Lane number 5 from City of Salford is Gracie Louise Potts. And in lane number 6 from Bolton Metro is Bethany Shum. If you haven't already done so, please send all remaining swimmers for event 252 through to marshalling. And if we could also have the first 4 heats of event 253, the men's open 200 metres individual medley, also through to marshalling, please. So on the turn, it was Gracie Louise Potts in a time of 31.29, followed by Bethany Shum, 31.82. Everyone turning on 31 or 32. Very close heat. But as we head towards the wall, coming through, it could well be Chloe Shaw of Wigan who takes it, and it is, in a time of 1:10.87. Gracie Louise Potts touches second in 1:11.43, with Amelia Moss in 1:11.76. We move on to heat number 9. Moving on to heat number 9, lane number 1, City of Manchester is Tilly Copeland. Lane 2 from Burnley Bobcats is Bailey Siri. Lane number 3 from City of Salford is Grace Jackson. Lane number 4 from City of Salford is Brittany McAngu. Lane number 5 from Bury and Elton is Holly Carnes. And in lane number 6 from Wigan Best is Evie Cutter. So a minute on the touch there. Tilly turns first at 32.08, followed by Brittany at 32.10 and Bailey at 32.13. Well, as they start to make their way under the flags, we have Bailey touching first in 1:08.96, Grace Jackson in 1:09.93, and Tilly in 1:10.20. We move on to heat number 10. Alright, so in lane number 1 from Wigan Best is Amelia Picton. Lane number 2 from City of Manchester is Olivia Lloyd-Jones. Lane number 3 from Burnley Bobcats is Hattie Varley. Lane number 4 from City of Liverpool is Mia Burslem. Lane number 5 from Wigan Best is Eve Horton. And in lane number 6, also from Wigan Best, is Francesca Brady. So as you make your way back down, as you can see, straight line in the middle of the pool, so this could be absolutely anybody's. Looks like Hattie Valley may just be out in front, but Olivia in 2 is giving chase. Eve Horton going strong as well as they come into the last 5. Hattie Valley takes it in 1:06.72, followed by Olivia Lloyd-Jones in 1:06.78. Eva Horton touches third in 1:07.78. We move on to heat 11. Okay, so in lane number 1 from City of Salford is Katie Lee. In lane 2 from Wigan Best is Olivia Sheehan. Lane number 3 from Wigan Best is Rachel Hornby. Lane number 4 from Clitheroe is Martha Smith. Lane number 5 from the City of Manchester is Maisie Hoskins. And lane number 6 from Wigan Best is Amy Crompton Hesford. Good luck to all the boys from Southport doing the 200 IM. That comes from Sophie, thank you very much. If team managers can make sure we have up to heat number 8 now for the boys 200 IM through to marshalling, please. So once again, as you'd expect, still anybody to have. The Wigan swimmers look to be out in front in lanes 2 and 3. Olivia and Rachel. And it's Olivia who touches first in 106.25, Rachel 106.51, and we have Katie Lee on 109.29. We move on to Heat 12. So in the last heat of this event, Heat 12, Lane 1, Leyland Barracudas, Hannah Morris. Lane 2 from the City of Salford is Ella Bloxage. Lane number 3 from Burnley Bobcats is Lucy Turner. Lane number 4 from Preston is Ella Williams. Lane number 5 from Oldham Aquatics is Gabrielle Booth. And lane number 6 from the City of Manchester is Mia Mason. So Ella turning first at 30.09, followed by Lucy at 30.72. Them two out in front. A local derby there between Burnley and Preston. So right, Lucy's going through. And she does in 105.98, followed by Ella in 106.56 and Ella Bloxage in 107.57. Okay, we move on to event 253, which is your men's open 200 metres individual medley. 14 heats in this event. This is heat number 1. So in heat number 1, lane number 1 from Blackpool Aquatics, we have William Kershaw. Lane 2 from the Isle of Man is Caleb Crow. Lane number 3 from Wigan Best is James Vaughan. Lane number 4 from Southport is Callum Byrne. Also from Southport in lane 5 is Harrison Dale. And in lane 6 from Bolton Metro is Leo Talbot. So after the fly, it was Leo up in lane 6, turning first in 35.72. Followed by Caleb from the Isle of Man in 36.60. And Callum of Southport in 36.70. So very close as they turn and go into the breaststroke section. Turning first was Callum in lane 4, 122.03. Followed by Caleb on 122.14 and James Vaughan of Wigan in 122.64. Just a big thank you for everyone watching online. As I said, taking Swim Lancashire's YouTube page over to 1,000 subscribers. Well, thank you for that. Lane number 6, Leo Talbot, they're looking very, very strong on his breaststroke. And then in the middle of the pool, James and Callum. So touching the wall first in 2:47.72 was Leo. Second was James Vaughan in 2:49.97, and third was Callum in 2:49.99. We move on to heat number 2. Team managers and coaches, if you can send swimmers through for event 253, the 200 IM, up to heat 11 through to marshalling, please. Up to heat 11 through to marshalling. We also have some finalists to announce. So for the women's 100 metre butterfly in the 10 and 11 year age group, finalist there is Gracie Smith from Wigan Best. In the 12 years age group from Southport is Evie Sampson. In the 13 years age group from Preston, we have Orna Luckhurst. From City of Salford, we have Lucy Alesti. Also from City of Salford is Emily Bloxage. From Wigan Best is Evie Cutter. From the City of Salford is Sophie Whittles. And from the City of Salford is Caitlin Postolacci-Suchu. In the 14 years age group, our finalists from Wigan Best is Lucy Vaughan. From the City of Salford is Gracie Louise Potts. Also from Salford, Katie Lee, and their teammate as well from Salford is Grace Jackson. From Preston we have Charlotte Collinson, and also from Preston we have Ellie Hayworth. Our reserve finalists from Leyland Barracudas is Emily Wade, and from Wigan Best is Isabel Lloyd. In the 15 years age group from City of Salford is Cara Tohill. Also from City of Salford is Brittany McAngu. From Leyland Barracudas is Hannah Morris. Bolton Metro's Ruby Swinney. Wigan Best, Caitlin Mailer. And Oldham Aquatics, Ruby Crossman. Our reserve finalist for this one is Southport's Heather Moore and Blackburn's Lucy Linton. Moving on to our 16 years age group, finalists from Wigan Best is Francesca Brady. From City of Liverpool is Mia Burslem. City of Salford is Ella Bloxage. Wigan Best, Steve Orton. City of Manchester's Mia Mason. And Wigan Best's Amy Crompton Hessford. Our reserve finalists for this one from City of Manchester is Tilly Copland. And from Wigan Best is Amelia Picton. So as our swimmers make their way back down, let's say out in front in lane number 3 is Alfie Owen. Followed by William Irvine of Crosby. And Samuel Williams of Bolton Metro. But as he comes into the wall, it is Alfie Owen in a time of 2:37.12. Followed by William Irvine, 2:41.73. And Matthew Swords from Wigan Best in 2:43.36. We move on to heat number 3. So our last set of finalists are the 100 metres butterfly final. In the 17 years and over, from Burnley Bobcats we have Hattie Varley. From Wigan Best we have Rachel Hornby. From Burnley Bobcats is Lucy Turner. From Wigan Best is Olivia Sheehan. From Preston is Ella Williams. And from the City of Manchester is Olivia Lloyd-Jones. Our reserve finalist from Burnley Bobcats is Bailey Siri. And from Clitheroe, Martha Smith. Now have 15 minutes for any withdrawals, please. So as we move through heat number 3, lane number 1 from Flixton is Jack Jarvis. Lane 2 from Preston is Rowan Allison. Lane 3 from the City of Manchester is James Fothergill. Lane number 4 from Charlie Marlins is Brandon Taylor. Lane number 5 from Ramsbottom is Ethan McGuinness. And lane number 6 from Flixton is Charlie Chadwick. So, here we go. As they turn from home, it's lane number 6, Charlie, turning in 2:01.59, who's out in front. Followed by Brandon from Charlie Marlins, who turned in 2:01.80. Touching the wall first from Charlie Marlins is Brandon Taylor, 2:35.76, followed by Charlie in lane 6, 2:36.18, and James Fothergill touching third in 2:37.39. We move on to heat number 4. All right, so in lane number 1 from Blackpool Aquatics, we have Jonathan Waters. Lane number 2 from City of Salford is Luke Aitken. Lane number 3 from Liverpool Penguins is Max Harvey. Lane 4 from Bolton Metro is Luke Batty. Lane number 5 from Preston is Seth Hutchinson. And in lane number 6 from Southport is Dylan Foster. So after the fly section, Jonathan out in front, touching at 31.51, followed by Max Harvey, 32.27, and Luke Aitken of Salford in 32.53. Jonathan here in lane number 1. He's around about a body lead, or a body's lead in front of everyone else. The rest of the swimmers are pretty much in a line. So it says we move to breaststroke. Jonathan still out in front, touching at a time of 1:10.98. Luke from, as I said, the City of Salford turned second in 1:13.22. Dylan from Southport in 1:13.45, turning third. So Jonathan's still holding the lead, but Luke has taken a chunk of time off him there in the breaststroke section. So we'll see what happens as they make their way back down the pool. As I said, it is Jonathan still out in front from Luke in lanes 1 and 2. Followed by, as I said, lane number 3 is Max. And Jonathan touches the ball in a time of 2 minutes 30.32, followed by Luke in 2:33.74, and then Max at 2:36.09. So we move on to heat number 5. So heat number 5, lane number 1 belongs to Southport's Joseph Jones. Lane number 2 from Prescott is Burden O'Dark. Lane number 3 from Preston is Gerard Cross. Lane 4 from Ramsbottom is Samuel Sutcliffe. Lane number 5 from Prescott is Daniel Hilton. And in lane number 6 from Bolton Metro is Kelsey Liu. So Samuel Sutcliffe, touching the wall first in 29.15. Followed by Burden there in 30.22. Well, as I said, Samuel Sutcliffe turning first in 1:07.27. Got himself a 3 second and a bit lead over second place. Burden, as I said, in lane 2. The rest of the pool pretty even. Still Samuel Sutcliffe, touching first, 1:55.68. And Joseph Jones now in second, turning 1:57.37 as they come back on the freestyle. And so Samuel's still out in front, lanes 1 and 2, giving a good chase. Lane 3, Gerard Cross coming back strong as well as lane 6. As I said, as Samuel comes under the flags, we'll see what time he's going to touch on. 2 minutes 30.89. Second goes to Burden in a time of 2:32.71. And Joseph Jones touches third in 2:33.88. We're going to move on to heat number 6. So in lane number 1 from Fleetwood, we have Tyler Nolan. Lane 2 from Prescott is Andrew Clavis. Lane 3 from Burnley Bobcats is Henry Holding. Lane 4 from City of Manchester is Lewis Gilbert. Lane number 5 from Lancaster is Luke Horton. And lane 6 from Wigan Best is Matthew Tinkler. So as they head up the pool, as you can see, Matthew is out in front. Touches the wall in 29.79. Second place at the moment is Andrew. Matthew having a 2 second advantage. I'm going to say Matthew out in front, but the rest of the swimmers are bunching up very nicely, especially in the middle of the pool. Now Matthew Tinkler touching first as he goes into his breaststroke section on 1:06.29. Second is Henry Holden in lane 3, 1:11.70. Lewis Gilbert touching third, 1:11.89. As we said, lanes 2, 3 and 4 bunched themselves together. Matthew Tinkler's entry time was 2 minutes 30.60. So for himself in this particular heat, it's Matthew against the clock to see if he can get himself under his entry time. Matthew turns on 1:49.30. He says he comes back home on his freestyle section. Second now is Lewis Gilbert, and third is Andrew Clavis. Matthew coming through into the last 15 metres. As we said, entry time of 2 minutes 30.60. We're going to beat that. Just the question is, what time will he touch on? And he touches on 2 minutes 22.54. Coming in and touching second is Lewis Gilbert of Manchester, 2:32.61. And Andrew Clavis of Prescott touching in 2:33.01. We move on to heat number 7. So heat number 7, lane number 1 from Blackburn, we have Ethan Coleman. Lane number 2 from Southport, we have Matthew Fullerlove. Lane number 3 from Garston is Ben Shields. Lane number 4 from Wigan Best is Joshua Hayes. And in lane number 6 from Stretford is Toby Malkin. Team coaches and managers, if you can please send the remainder of your swimmers through to marshalling for event 253. The men's open 200 metres individual medley, please. So after the fly section, it's Garston's Ben Shields out in front, touching at 30.33. Well, the middle of the pool, very, very close together. Matthew, Ben and Josh, as well as Toby making a comeback here on his back as well. Well, Southport's Matthew turning first there in 109.79. Touching second is Wigan Best Joshua Hayes in 110.50. And Ben Shields from Garston not far behind in 110.56. As we always say, the breaststroke section will make or break it. In a minute, Josh Hayes of Wigan Best looking very strong on his breaststroke section. As we said, very close to call this one. It is Josh who turns first on 154.86, but Ben turns second on 154.87. So it is who's got what left in the tank here as they go back down the golden lanes, pulling away. As I said, is it going to be Ben or is it going to be Josh? As I said, at the minute, looking very even. Ben just seems to have found a little bit extra coming into the wall, and he does in 2 minutes 28.30. Joshua Hayes touches in 2:29.18, and Ethan Coleman touches in 2:32.38. We move on to heat number 8. In heat number 8, lane number 1 from Bolton Metro, we have Oliver Crooks. Lane 2 from Preston is Isaac Jones. Lane number 3 from City of Manchester is Oscar Smith. Lane number 4 from Wigan Best is Daniel Haynes. Lane 5 from City of Salford is James Ross. And in lane number 6 from Burnley Bobcats is Jamie Ball. So James Ross out in front, touching at 29.92 after his butterfly. Oliver Crooks touching on 30.22 and Oscar Smith touching on 30.93. So James Ross, lane number 5, still out in front with about a body length and a little bit to spur. Followed by lanes 2 and 3, Isaac and Oscar. James touches first in 1:08.22, followed by Isaac, 1:09.33, and Oscar in 1:10.82. So as I said, James still out in front, but lanes 2 and 3, as I mentioned before, Isaac and Oscar still giving chase. And it is James still out in front, touching at 1:52.92. Oscar touching at 1:53.48 and Isaac at 1:53.93. To come back down on the freestyle. So as you said, James still out in front. But again, Isaac Jones and Oscar Smith chasing and having their own personal battles in lanes 2 and 3. But coming under the flags, as you said, James Ross touches in 2:26.21. City of Manchester's Oscar Smith turns in 2:33.9 and Isaac Jones of Preston 2:30.69. We move on to heat number 9. So in lane number 1 from the Isle of Man, we have Jack Burgess. From Wigan Best in lane number 2 is Daniel Jones. Lane number 3 from Preston is Harvey Kinnear. Lane 4 from the City of Manchester is Shay Whiteley. In lane number 5 is Ralph Halliburton Chaplin from Fleetwood. And in lane number 6 from Oldham Aquatics is Elliot Mitchell. So after the fly, it's Wigan Best Daniel Jones who touched first in 30.18. Followed by Shay from Manchester, lane 2. So touching first there, lane number 4, and 1:08.76. The Isle of Man's Jack Burgess had a great backstroke section there, turning second in 1:09.03. Daniel Jones turned third in 1:10.63. And over in lane number 6 as well, you got Elliot Mitchell. I said them 4 very close together. Although Jack does seem to just have the slightest of leads as they make their way up the pool to the far end from myself. So as they come back down in the freestyle section, there's lane number 1, Jack Burgess. Shay over in lane number 4, also coming back hard, as well as Wigan Best Daniel Jones, and Ralph over in lane number 5 as well. But Jack comes in at a time of 2 minutes 26.26, followed by Shay 2:26.38, and Daniel Jones in 2:29.16. We move on to heat number 10. So in lane number 1 from City of Manchester Aquatics is Bobby Hume. In lane number 2 from Blackpool Aquatics is Maxwell Sturziker. Lane number 3 belongs to Preston's Johnny Gibbs. Lane number 4 is Oldham Aquatics, Oliver Parry. Lane number 5 from Preston is James Edwards. And lane number 6 from Aquaburs is Daniel Canavan. After the completion of event 253, the men's open 200 metres individual medley, we will be having a 5-minute break before we start the finals. So as you said, after the fly section, Oliver Parry of Oldham Aquatics touched the wall there in 29.60 and is still out in front at the moment. Although Preston's James Edwards is giving a good charge back down here, as well as Blackpool's Maxwell. Instead, Oliver touching first as we go to breaststroke. 106.83, pardon me. So as I said, it is Oliver still out in front. Looks like he's followed lane 2 by Maxwell, from what I can see, from my vantage point anyway. And it is still Oliver, turning in 1 minute 50.45. Maxwell Sturziker, 152.23. And James Edwards turning third in 155.04. As they make their way back down. As we said, James has been leading from the start, but lane number 2 is coming back very strong at him. As they come through for the last 15 metres, James is just in front. As we said, Maxwell not far behind at all. As they come in, Oliver touches in 2:25.45 and Maxwell in 2:26.28. James touching 2:28.57. We move on to heat number 11. So heat number 11, and lane number 1 from Leyland Barracudas is Leo Taylor. Lane number 2 from Stretford is Benjamin Overland. Lane 3 from the City of Manchester is Owen Whiteley. Lane number 4 from Preston is Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks. Lane number 5 from Charlie Marlins is Joseph Arcangelo. And in lane number 6, the City of Salford's Ollie Bottomley. We said Owen turned first after fly on 28.58, but everyone very close together. So as we move to breaststroke, Joseph Arcangelo in lane number 5 touched first in 106.92. Again followed by Owen, 107.80. And Mackenzie touching third in 108.35. Joseph is still out in front there, but Owen from Manchester, or the City of, is giving chase. They made their way down to the changing room end and the scoreboard end here at Liverpool. So Joseph touches first in 149.86. Very close behind is Owen on 150.68. So again, it all comes down to who's got what left for the freestyle. They come into the last 25. Very close indeed. As we said, from Owen and also Joseph. Looks like Joseph's just out in front. And he is. Joseph touches in 2:23.57, with Owen touching in 2:23.72, and Leo Taylor touching in 2:26.93. We move on to Heat 12. So in lane number 1 from Blackpool Aquatics, we have Matthew Charlesworth. Lane 2 from Leyland Barracudas is Tom Artwright. Lane number 3 from Southport is Fraser Cook. Lane number 4 from Ramsbottom is Finley Pope. Lane number 5 from Crosby is Ethan Kelly. And lane number 6 from Bolton Metro is Joshua Keogh. So Fraser touching first after fly on 28.26, followed by Tom in lane 2 touching 29.49, and Finley Pope touching at 30.59. In a minute, it does look like Southport's Fraser Cook is still out in front. Got Leyland's Tom Artwright and also Finley Pope just starting to catch him as they come under the flags and prepare themselves for the breaststroke section. So Fraser still touching first, 106.88. Finley Pope was 107.38. Tom Artwright on 107.70. And a minute on this breaststroke section. Fraser is looking very strong and starting to pull away. It said Fraser touched first, 146.09. Got himself a 3-second lead on second place, Ethan Kelly of Crosby. Coming back very, very strong, the rest of the field. As we said, still out in front is Fraser. Lane 5, Ethan Kelly coming through strong. And say on the touch, Fraser Cook 2:19.67. Ethan Kelly touches second in 2:22.29, and Finley Pope of Ramsbottom in third, 2:23.06. We move on to Heat 13. So in lane number 1 from Wigan Best is Charlie Collins. Lane number 2 from Southport is Thomas O'Donnell. Lane number 3 from Preston is Adam Tabernacle. Lane number 4 from City of Manchester is Zalmin Gal. Lane number 5 at the Isle of Man is Dominic Morgan. And in lane number 6 from the City of Salford is Nathan Lockett. As we said, just a quick reminder, after Heat 14 we will be having a 5-minute break before we start the 100 metres butterfly finals. So after the fly, everyone pretty much together, but touching first was Dominic Morgan of the Isle of Man, 28.36. But a great backstroke section there puts Charlie Collins turning first in 105.49. With Dominic turning in 105.57, so very close indeed. Followed by Zamin Gal, who turned in 105.73. So, as we said, lane number 4 touching there first in 145.54. Followed by lane 2 in 146.65. There's them two out in front, with the rest of the field working hard to get back. But as they come under the flags, Zhao Mingao, lane number 4 from City of Manchester, will touch the wall in a time of 2:18.55. Followed by Nathan Lockett in 2:21.18, and then Thomas O'Donnell of Southport in 2:21.37. We move on to the last heat in this event. This is heat 14. So in lane number 1 from Wigan Best is Samuel Grimes. Lane 2 from Oldham Aquatics is Patrick Braddock. Lane 3 from Preston is Nathan Holmes. Lane 4 from Southport is Henry Moore. And lane 5 from City of Salford is Luke Adams. And lane 6, also from City of Salford, is Max Adams. So after the fly section there, touching joint first in 27.93. There's lanes 3 and 4, Nathan Holmes and Henry Moore. So lanes 1, 2, 3 and 4. Pretty much in a straight line. The Salford boys not far behind, actually catching up in 5 and 6 as well. Henry Moore looks to be taking a lead here as we make our way to the breaststroke section. And he is touching in 102.77. Patrick Braddock of Oldham Aquatics was second in 103.41. With Sam Grimes of Wigan touching in 103.53. And again, as you'll be able to see, the swimmers all nicely bunched together. Although lane 2, Patrick Braddock looking very, very strong on his breaststroke section. Heat sheets for the final are down on the referee's table. Heat sheets for the final are down on the referee's table. As the swimmers come back down though, and into the last 15 metres, looks like it's lane 2. It is lane 2's Patrick Braddock. And he touches in a time of 2:13.11. Max Adams is second in 2:14.61. And Samuel Grimes touches third in 2:14.88. Okay, so as we said, we are going to have 5 minutes now, around about 5 minutes, so at 3:20, just shortly after, we will get the finals underway. Once again, coaches, you have got heat sheets for the final, or should I say final sheets, down on the referee's table. And as we've already said, if you do have your finalists, if you can start to send them through to marshalling for us, that would be fantastic. Marshalling, if you can start to bring the finalists out onto poolside, thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is just read out the results for event 253, the men's open 200 metre individual medley, before we get the finals underway. So in the 12 years age group, in third place from Wigan Best was James Vaughan. In second place from Bolton Metro was Leo Talbot. And in first place in a time of 2 minutes 44.03 from Bolton Metro was Samuel Williams. In the 13 years age group, in third place from Crosby was William Irvine. In second place from Wigan Best was Alfie Owen. And in first place in a time of 2 minutes 30.89 from Ramsbottom was Samuel Sutcliffe. Moving on to your 14 years age group. In third place from Oldham Aquatics was Oliver Parry. Second place from Bolton Metro was Joshua Keogh. And in first place in a time of 2 minutes 22.29 from Crosby was Ethan Kelly. And that also earns Ethan third in the junior section. In the 15 years age group, in third place from Oldham Aquatics was Elliot Mitchell. Second place from Ramsbottom was Finlay Pope. And in first place in a time of 2 minutes 18.55 from the City of Manchester was Almin Gao, and that also earns him second place in the junior section. Moving on to your 16 years age group, in third place from City of Manchester was Owen Whiteley. Second place from Wigan Best was Charlie Collins. And in first place in a time of 2 minutes 14.88 from Wigan Best was Samuel Grimes, who also wins first in the junior section and comes third in the senior section. In your 17s and over, in third place from Preston was Nathan Holmes. Second place from City of Salford was Max Adams, who all comes second overall in the senior section. And in first place from Oldham Aquatics in a time of 2:13.11 is Patrick Braddock, who also comes first in the senior section. All right, once again, welcome back, as we said, and a very good afternoon. We are now going to start the last events of the afternoon, which are your finals of the women's 100 metres butterfly. So as I said, the first event we've got is event 254, which is going to be your women's 10, 11 and 12 years age group 100 metres butterfly. So here we go, introducing your finalists. first in lane number 3 from Wigan Best, Gracie Smith. And in lane number 4 from Southport, Evie Sampson. So as we said, off we go with the first final of the afternoon. Instead with Gracie from Wigan Best in lane 3 and Evie Sampson, as we said, from Southport in lane number 4. As we said, as these swimmers were the only ones in their particular age groups, swimming really well, making it through into the final. As we said, as they make their way up to the wall, Evie touches first in 35.90, with Gracie touching in 40.18. Instead, Evie still out in front, coming down into the last 15 metres. As he touches the wall in a time of 1 minute 16.53. And Gracie touching the wall there in 1:27.48. Okay, so we move on to the next event, which is event 256, the women's 13 years 100 metre butterfly final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Preston is Honor Luckhurst. In lane number 2 from the city of Salford is Lucia Lesty. In lane number 3, also from city of Salford, is Amelie Bloxage. In lane number 4 from Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. In lane number 5 from City of Salford is Sophie Whittles. And in lane number 6, also from City of Salford, is Caitlin Postolacci Suchu. So all the swimmers come up in a line there. Touching first is Amelie Bloxage at 32.61, with Evie Cutter at 32.96, Lucia Leslie at 33.20. Looks like Amelie's just out in front, with Lucia and Evie following, chasing hard. In the last 15 metres and now into the last 5, Amelie pulling away, she's coming underneath the flags. Amelie touches first in 1:08.62. In second place is Evie Cutter from Wigan Best in 1:10.12. And in third place is City of Salford, Lucia Lesty in 1:11.11. Okay, so we move on to our next event now, event 257, which is your women's 14 years 100 meters butterfly. So let's introduce your finalists. In lane number 1 from Wigan Best is Lucy Vaughan. In lane number 2 from the City of Salford is Gracie Louise Potts. In lane number 3, also from the City of Salford, is Katie Lee. Lane number 4, again from City of Salford, is Grace Jackson. Lane number 5 from Preston is Charlotte Collinson. And in lane number 6, also from Preston, is Ellie Hayworth. So in a minute, as you can see, nice straight line. Looks like lane 2 could be out in front. And Gracie Louise Potts, but only time will tell. And so once we see the touches. It's actually Grace Jackson in lane 4 turning first in 31.65. Gracie turns second in 31.71. With Katie Lee in 32.24. I'd say Grace still out in front, but her Salford teammates, Gracie Louise and Katie, are giving chase. As we said, it's going to be very, very close between Grace and Katie Lee. And on the touch in 108.57 is Grace Jackson. Second goes to Katie Lee in 108.62. And Gracie Louise Potts touches third in 110.88. Okay, moving on to event 258, the women's 15 years 100 meter butterfly final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from the City of Salford, Cara Tolhill. In lane number 2, also from City of Salford, Brittany Makangu. In lane number 3 from Leyland Barracudas, Hannah Morris. In lane number 4 from Bolton Metro, Ruby Swinney. In lane number 5 from Wigan Best, Caitlin Mailer. And in lane number 6 from Oldham Aquatics, Ruby Crossman. So coming up last there, from the underwater was lane 3, Hannah Morris. We said the early leader looks to be lane 6, Ruby Crossman. I'm going to say probably Ruby and Hannah very close together, and the rest of the pool not far behind. Hannah Morris touching first in 31.21. Ruby Swinney second, 32.14, and Ruby Crossman 32.29. Coming back down the pool though, I'm saying lane number 3, Hannah Morris, has stretched her lead to around about a body length. But for everybody else, I'd say they're all in line. Especially, so who's going to have what left as they come into the last 15 metres? They say Hannah's still out in front, but the field catching her. But as we come into the wall, there's going to be Hannah Morris touching first in 1:08.69. Second goes to Ruby Swinney, 1:10.38. And touching third was Cara Tallhill in 1:11.27. Okay, moving on to event 259 is your women's 16 years 100 metre butterfly final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Francesca Brady. In lane number 2 from the City of Liverpool, Mia Burslem. In lane number 3 from the City of Salford, Ella Bloxage. In lane number 4 from Wigan Best, Eve Horton. In lane number 5 from the City of Manchester, Mia Mason. And in lane number 6 from Wigan Best, Amy Crompton Hesford. So again, as we go through the first 25, not much to separate them. If I had to guess, I would say lanes 4, 5 possibly have a slight lead there. But after the 50 metres, touching first is Mia Burslem, and 37.1 in lane 2. Oh, very close indeed though. Still anybody's race this as they come back down. It's going to who's had left in the tank. Who can push forward through this last 25. Lanes 2, 3 and 4. Very close indeed. As I said, coming into the last 15 metres, it is very close, and as they come under the flags, it is going to be on the touch to see who gets this. As they get to the wall, it is actually... It's a joint first place in 1:06.80. Lane 3, Ella Bloxage, and lane 4, Eve Horton touch the wall at the same time. Third place goes to Mia Burslem in 1:07.50. Okay, so we move on to the final event of the weekend. This is event 260, the women's 17 years and over 100 metre butterfly final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Burnley Bobcats, Hattie Varley. In lane number 2 from Wigan Best, Rachel Hornby. In lane number 3 from Burnley Bobcats, Lucy Turner. In lane number 4 from Wigan Best, Olivia Sheehan. In lane number 5 from Preston, Ella Williams. And in lane number 6 from the City of Manchester, Olivia Lloyd-Jones. So off we go for the final race of the weekend. I said the early leader looks to be lane 5, Ella Williams. But once again, all very close together. Ella does touch first there at 30.57. Second place is Olivia Lloyd-Jones at 37.9. Third place at the moment was Hattie Varley, touching at 38.5. But again, as they come back down, it's going to be another close finish, just like the last final. Looks like lane 3, Lucy Turner, might just have the advantage, but lane 1, Hattie Varley, her teammate, coming back at her as well. Instead, as they're coming into the flags, it's going to be a close one yet again. But at the wall, touching first in a time of 1:05.58 was Lucy Turner in lane 3. Second place was Hattie Varley in 1:05.82, and touching third was Wigan Best Rachel Hornby in 1:06.22. Just to get some results out for you. For event 254, the final of the women's 10 and 11 years 100 metres butterfly. In first place from Wigan Best in a time of 1:27.48 was Gracie Smith. In event 255, as I said, the women's 12 years 100 metres butterfly, the winner of that in a time of 1:16.53 from Southport was Evie Sampson. In your 13 years age group, in third place from City of Salford was Lucia Lesty. In second place from Wigan Best was Evie Cutter. And in first place in a time of 1:08.62 from City of Salford was Amelie Bloxage. In your 14 years age group, in third place from City of Salford was Gracie Louise Potts. In second place, also from City of Salford, was Katie Lee. And in first place in a time of 1:08.57 was Grace Jackson. In your 15 years age group, in third place from City of Salford was Cara Torhill. Second place from Bolton Metro was Ruby Swinney. And in first place in a time of 1:08.69 from Leyland Barracudas was Hannah Morris. Moving on to your 16 years age group, as I said, in third place in 1:07.50 from the City of Liverpool. Also getting third in the junior section was Mia Burslem. And then in joint first in a time of 1:06.80 was Ella Bloxage from the City of Salford and Eve Horton from Wigan Best, who also both come first in the junior section. Once again, I'm just waiting on the last set of results. We do hope you've had a fantastic weekend with us, and we hope to see you back next weekend to do it all again.